This episode of The Feel Better Show is brought to you by the Cosmos. It's The Feel Better Show! This is Feel Better with The Feel Better Show. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am, of course, Feel Better, as you can see down below. And as always, I have the incomparable, the amazing, the sexy Al on Movies MTL, a.k.a. my buddy, my heterosexual life partner, Al. How are you doing, Al?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little sad in the sense where two people that represent my childhood, like the lead singer of Prodigy, Keith Flint, passed away, and then I just found out that R.I.P. And I just found out that Luke Perry, I used to watch Beverly Hills 90210 religiously. He passed away, and those are like two shocking people that passed. So that's like both my childhoods. So R.I.P. to both those guys. But other than that, I'm okay.
Okay, that's good. You know, starting on a good note. You know deaths. Let's start this happy podcast on deaths.
I had to mention it. It was just like,
it's all right. It's all right. Ladies and gentlemen, so that you can know, I'm just staring at the beautiful Al. He's so lovely. Here we go. We are, of course, this is our Captain Marvel episode, starring Brie Larson, Nick Cage, Greg. What's this? It's
Greg
Clarkson. Greg Clarkson.
Oh,
wow, Clarkson.
I said Clog.
Clog even. Oh wow, that's
Clark Gregg. That's his name.
Clark Gregg.
Yeah,
wow,
that's Phil.
That's bad.
It's
Phil Coulson.
It's Phil Coulson. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be our what we think is going to happen in the episode or in the movie. Next Monday, a little teaser for you. There's going to be a recap spoiler because we're both going to be seeing it the weekend it comes out.
Well, I'm planning to, so yeah.
Hopefully.
No, I need to see this movie. Like I would be looking forward to seeing this movie for a while, anyways. So
yeah, so we are watching. I'm watching it on Saturday because that's when I got tickets for. You're hoping to see it on
Sunday,
so after your gigs.
If I would ideally can go Saturday or Sunday, but we'll see. I will see it this weekend regardless. So
yeah, or at least before the movie, before we record on.
Yes,
the following Monday.
That's my homework assignment.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna just go. This is gonna be a quick episode. We're going to talk a bit about the controversy that happened with Rotten Tomatoes and Captain Marvel. We're going to talk about our theories of Captain Marvel and what it represents and stuff like that. Maybe we'll talk a bit about news. Don't know.
Yeah, well, we're just going to go with the flow.
We are. So, first off, let's talk about the controversy. The horrible... I'm shaking the table. I'm sorry.
You were warning me.
Yeah, I warned you last time. Oh,
okay.
So yeah, there's been a huge bunch of controversy regarding Rotten Tomatoes, and they actually because of this movie, and it's not because of this movie per se, it's because of stupid fanboys who are pissed off that. Brie Larson is actually taking a political stance and trying to be more inclusive.
Actually, yeah, can you enlighten me a bit on that one?
A lot of people
know too much, but go ahead.
So a lot of people are really upset with Brie Larson because of some comments she made. She was doing interviews, and all of a sudden she noticed that there was a lot of males in these interviews and not a lot of females. She was sitting actually talking with a reporter of color, a female reporter of color. She's asked, what's going on? Why is there so few? All of this is I'm paraphrasing. I'm probably going to put maybe in the links some of the stories from different locations that I got. And she's like, well, we haven't been getting invited. We don't get invited. So Brie Larson went to a statistician or something like that to check it out, and when she was doing her rounds, the statistician with her found that white males, get more chances than the female counterparts or female counter of color or this, right? It's mainly white males. So she's like, you know what? I'm bringing more. Her quote was misinterpreted as she's taking away from white people from getting chances at the table,
Mm-hmm.
which she wasn't. She's like, I want to bring more people to the table and be more inclusive and less exclusive, so that like you have more women there asking questions, people of color.
She basically wants to diversify.
Yeah, just like the MCU is diversifying, just like comics in general are diversifying.
Mm-hmm.
But people took it the wrong way. Fanboys, I don't care. Toxic fan base.
I'm guessing it'd just be like people would just taking it out of context.
Well, the people that are like, you know what, the social justice warriors, this is the women's, movements pushing in. They're pushing their social political agenda, and the stupidity of this shit. Comic books are supposed to be male oriented. Why this? Why that? Like the stupid people who don't want to see change happen and make it better. Mm-hmm. They are the ones that we have this problem with. They're the ones, and so what they did with Rotten Tomato is they bombed the fuck out of the audience anticipation score.
Really?
Yeah. So
but I thought that you were only able to make the score when the movie is out, because.
So yes, you have three. Apparently, there's three. Three things. There are three scales.
Mm-hmm.
You have the anticipation.
Mm-hmm.
So how much is the audience anticipating this movie?
Mm-hmm.
You have the audience score
Mm-hmm.
and the critic score.
Mm-hmm.
So the audience score is when they see the movie, how much they like it.
Yeah.
The critic score is obviously for the critics,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't put much stock in that anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But before a movie is released, Rotten Tomatoes has like how excited are you to see this movie
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So these toxicity of fanboys their children bombed it. They're like, we're not anticipating, and it dropped to like 38%. They did the same thing with Black Panther, and they did the same thing with Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So
look, get a life, people. Like,
it's
honestly.
true, and they were putting a lot of the comments were being put that they don't like Brie Larson's political stance, and so that's why.
But you're gonna base like all of these criticisms just because of a stance that she put. Look. I think people are just going way too ahead of themselves.
Fully agree.
Look, this is an anticipated movie, at least in my sense. Especially a Marvel movie coming out. I think this is going to be big. One of the big movies coming out, especially early from this year. Look, you have a disagreement on a political stance, XYZ, whatever. But at the end of the day, people have their own opinions to whatever. But at the same time, you're gonna justify yourself by putting a negative comment or a negative light just because of a political stance that was going on, or at least something that was at least then she's being real.
Yeah, she is.
You know what I mean?
So all she's doing is she's not taking away jobs from anybody else.
No.
She's saying, I want more females here.
Yeah.
Which is not a problem. Hell.
No, and that's it's opinion too, and it's not like she's forcing upon it.
No.
She's just doing.
She
noticed
is
something.
forcing.
Well, yes, but
it's a forcing that she's using something for good. She's opening the door for the potential for more writers, more interviewers.
Yeah.
Because they have a different view of the situation, so they'll be able to bring a different light to the situation, a different to the table, to the conversation, which is always good.
Yeah, it's always good. It's just I don't know. I just think it was.
I don't
it's just
understand.
way ahead. It's just way too far in terms of people.
Look, it's like the DC people trying to bomb Black Panther because they're like, you guys, Marvel movies are for children, and DC is the real thing. You have to be a smart person to understand DC movies.
I'm just hoping too that the people who are gonna go to Rotten Tomatoes are not gonna bomb the movie when it's out because of.
Look, right now, personally, I don't think Rotten Tomatoes is a good system, anyways.
I don't usually follow it through anyway, but it has whatever.
I usually check Rotten Tomatoes after I see the movie to see where I stand versus seeing it beforehand. I don't give a fuck about Rotten Tomatoes.
But it's just an opinion.
Yeah, it's
site,
look, there's movies that I love that everybody's like, what's wrong with you? Like, I love those really shitty movies that like lower than B movies sometimes, and people are like, why do you like? I'm like, it's a guilty pleasure. Fuck off. But
and people have the right to love whatever they
you
know what I mean.
This is what I don't understand about I'm shaking. Sorry.
Earthquake. Okay, go ahead.
This is what I don't understand about fan bases today, and I think it's really just the culture that's societal culture.
Yeah.
Is a lot of people are going, it's us versus them. It's us versus them, and it's like, no, nerd culture, nerd world, movie culture, everything like that it's diverse. It's so much. You don't have to like what I like. I know there's movies that I say I like. You're like, what's wrong with you? Like, I don't like Dumbo. I don't. I'm terrified of Dumbo. We've talked about this.
God damn you.
I know, right? I'm a horrible human being. But like,
no. Okay, but
my girlfriend
again,
loves Dumbo, and it's like, I'm going to go see Dumbo because
I
my
think
girlfriend.
what people don't really the respect factor. Like,
Yeah.
I think too. Like, people should have conversations. Like,
I'm all for the
but that's
conversations.
it. And I don't want to get too political on this, but it's just like, at the same time, there's certain people, like, of course with you, there's certain things I disagree with movie wise or whatever wise,
Yeah.
but it's always I'm always open for conversation. Like,
Fully.
if you can prove me wrong on XYZ reasons, but I always respect anybody's opinion on anything. You know,
Yeah,
what I
you
mean?
have the first rule of anything is, if you're coming at me with respect, fully love it. If you're coming at with me hate, I don't need it. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
The door's right there.
Yeah.
Don't let it hit you on
Because
your ass.
for me, is I like to be open on people on people's opinions on stuff that I disagree.
Yeah.
But I like to listen to why. You know, I would like to know why you hate
Taylor Swift or
whatever. You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why I don't like The Notebook. And, you know, I know women are just like, really just like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, there's nothing wrong with me. What's wrong with you? You know what I mean? But I always liked that debate or that conversation.
I love debates when it comes to movies because people will.
Or anything nerd wise. You know what I mean?
You know what?
Like,
I just love to debate. Period.
yeah.
But that's just me. But yes.
But that's what the thing. I think that's where we're lost. And I don't want to get too into, like, you know, on a personal stance, but I think that's what we're missing in today's society. It's just the ability to talk to one another.
What it is people are taking their feelings and confusing them with facts. Like, I feel this way, so I'm right. When it's like, no, that's how you feel. This is actual fact. Like, I can respect your feelings. I don't have to agree with them, but
I never do respect. I always respect.
Depending on the
feelings.
feelings.
On the
like, when it comes to a movie,
yeah.
I'll respect it. Like, I like stupid movies. You can like stupid movies, whatever. When it comes to certain other things, like, you know, did we land on the moon, or is vaccinations bad? I have a problem with those things. Your opinion is stupid. You are wrong.
Like, when people talk about, like, oh, the Earth is flat.
Jesus.
I'm like, well, let's look at the facts here. But hey, I respect your opinion, even though it's stupid.
I can't.
No, it's just like, in a sense, like, let them feel what they want to feel.
No, because if you let them believe that the Earth is flat, but every other planet in the solar system is round, what up?
Because I know I'm right on that fact. But if they still want to believe that, you know, the Earth is flat, then, well, you know, I feel sorry for you for thinking that for the rest of your life. I'm just saying, like, you know.
But if you let them believe that the Earth is flat, they'll start believing some of the more crazier things, and then you get an Alex Jones, and we don't need no Alex Jones. There's a frogman.
Wow,
the frogmen are coming.
Oh, wow, you brought that up.
I brought him up. I can't believe I brought. I went there.
That is.
All right, we went too far.
Yeah,
we went to the Alex Jones zone.
I don't think it's too far, but it's just that we're now drifting off the
topic
of Captain America.
Let's go back to the topic of Captain America.
Yeah.
So you have Brie Larson. She looks amazing.
Look, the trailers that I've seen looks amazing.
I
love the '90s nostalgia.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm
even their website. They went
like
90s
was it AOL? You know what I mean?
It looked like dial-up.
Man. Yeah. Yeah.
You got a young Nick Fury.
He looks good.
young, straight out of the academy, Phil Coulson.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him. It's been a while since we actually see him in an MCU movie.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
But I'm really, really looking forward to this movie. I'm a little disappointed that it doesn't get at least a couple months breathers from Endgame.
Yeah, especially too that we know that Carol Danvers Captain Marvel will be in the Endgames.
Yeah,
I keep saying Infinity War. It's Endgames.
It's Endgame.
But
we have entered the Endgame.
I'm kind of curious how this. I know there's going to be in one way, shape, or form a link or some sort of attachment to this Captain Marvel movie leading up to the Endgame.
Oh yeah,
movie.
no.
And we know she's going to be in it. We just don't know in what capacity.
Well, so the Russo brothers said that they were originally planning to have her in Infinity War.
Yeah,
but they changed their mind because
I think that's a good call too.
Yeah, they wanted her first appearance on screen to be her solo film.
Yeah,
which I think is a genius idea.
It's a genius idea, and the way Kevin Feige has introduced her, she's saying that she's the most powerful entity coming out of the MCU. So, no, I think for an introduction, you need to have her in a solo movie, and it's perfectly fine in a sense where you'll see her right back at it again in like a couple of weeks after. Excuse me.
Like you don't have to wait to see more Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
But
I am stoked to see this movie.
Oh, fully stoked! It's my next to Endgames. It's my most anticipated movie.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure.
I love that it's going to be in the 90s.
Oh,
which I think is genius because
we grew up in the 90s. So
yeah, we did.
You know what I mean?
Jesus, we're so old.
What are you talking about? I'm going to be 18 forever.
You look it.
Thank you.
With that gorgeous skin. Anyways,
taking cold showers. Anyways,
talking about our grooming habits here. We take cold showers.
Yeah, pretty much
twice a day.
I try to. Anyways, let's go.
So here's my thing.
What's your thing?
My question to you is: do you think it's going to start with her crashing to Earth into the blockbuster, and the scenes that we see with Jude Law's character? I think it's Marvel. I'm not.
Well, it's not confirmed, but we're looking at the fact that it could be Marvel.
Okay. Do you think it's going to do flashbacks to her life fighting for? She was fighting with the Kree or against the Kree? Because you have Skrulls, and she was a Kree.
She was a Kree.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be one of those things where it's going to be like a jump to back and forth in terms of flashbacks. It's tricky. I don't know. I don't really know how they're going to perceive with this movie, because I'm not too familiar with because there's two directors in this movie, right?
I didn't think so. Hold on.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, let me get the information on that.
Who's gonna get it first?
You're probably gonna get it first. I'm just like trying to find wiki.
Boom. Why are you going to wiki? You gotta go better.
Well,
there's two directors. You have Ann Boden and Ryan Fleck.
Yeah, and I don't know their movies.
Let's see.
Do they see?
Yeah, I got their directors.
Do you know what movies they've done?
So, they did a short called "Have You Seen This Man?"
Mm.
Well, I'm on Ann's right now.
Okay.
Young Rebels, Sugar. It's a kind of a funny story.
Okay.
The Big C TV series.
Okay.
Mississippi Grind. So she's worked with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, sweet.
Ryan Reynolds and Ben Mendelsohn, who's also in this movie.
Yeah. Ooh, I can't wait.
Yeah. TV show The Affair. She's done she's done 3 episodes of Billions, a very great show. I love that.
I've heard about. I've seen trailers of it. I wanted to go check it out.
It's very good.
So, yeah.
And she's done Room 104, a TV series. She's done 1 episode. So moving on to Ryan Fleck.
I guess are they a team or
could be? Yeah, it looks like he's done Billions, The Affair,
Mm-hmm.
Looking, Mississippi Grind.
Mm-hmm.
Is Mississippi Grind directed by both of them?
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like they're a team. They're like the Russo brothers.
Which is fine.
Oh, he directed Half Nelson.
Oh, is that the one with Ryan Gosling?
Yeah, he plays a drug addict teacher. It's a great
movie.
movie.
Yeah, I've heard of the movie. I've never seen it though.
So it looks like they.
Is that the one with he had a blow up doll? I guess you would call it that.
No,
What's
that's
that
is it My Name is Earl? Hold on, it's something like that. My
yeah,
brother
but it's not
is
the same one, right?
No,
Okay,
no.
okay.
Half Nelson, he plays a teacher who's a drug addict in the inner city school
Okay.
districts thing. So okay, they just based on what I've seen, I really liked Half Nelson. It's has a nice visual thing. Given that this is taking place in the 90s, it's going to be good.
Yeah, because I'm thinking maybe by chance, or maybe like you were asking me if it was going to start off at the blockbuster.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Like I could see it in a sense. Maybe that is the right call if I was directing this movie to just start off there and then proceed to going like doing like not like back and forth, but because I would assume like she kind of lost her memory of like her past life.
Yeah. So my question is, so this takes place in the 90s. We know that she was a fighter jet pilot. With her not co-pilot but her co-fighter pilot person. How long was she in space for?
I don't know.
That's the question too. Like, was it 1 year? Was it 5 years? Because
I think that's all going to be alluded in the movie. But I think with the fact is that they're not saying much about it is kind of intriguing.
I'm super excited for this. Who else do you have in this? Hold on. Let me pull up what's this? What's going on? No.
What is that?
That's an ad. I'm sorry, people.
What is this thing you call an ad?
It's nothing for us.
Okay.
I
know Ronan the Accuser is in it.
Yeah, so you have Brie Larson.
Yeah, Brie Larson.
You have Gemma Chan playing Min Irva. This is all suspect. We don't know if it's been confirmed. Nick Fury is being played, of course, by the great Samuel L. Jackson. You have Lee Pace playing Ronan the Destroyer before he becomes Ronan the Destroyer.
Yeah.
Ben Mendelsohn playing Talos. Or Talos.
That's
okay.
right.
You have Jude Law playing Jan Rog, who is a known enemy of the first Captain Marvel, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so I don't know how that's going to proceed. It's his character is still shrouded in mystery, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, no one knows who he's really playing. You have Annette Bening, who finally joins the MCU.
Yeah, good for
Another
her.
Great actress, like I believe award-winning actress joins that. Is playing the Supreme Intelligence.
Okay, or Kree scientist, if one of my memory. Okay.
Jaman Hussein.
Oh, don't ask me. Don't ask me. He's a good actor. I'm sorry, dude.
He's taking up his Korath character.
Yeah, from Guardians of the Galaxy.
You have Rune Temmant playing Born Char, Colin Ford playing Steve Danvers, so possibly brother.
Possibly.
Because he's a young guy. Clark Gregg playing Coulson. And Lalishan Lynch. Joseph Danvers, Kenneth and Michael, probably father.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
You have some... you have the old Skrull lady. That's her name.
I don't know who that is, but she'll probably be a big
That's
star.
in the movie where she punches the old lady.
Yeah.
That's being played by Marilyn Brett.
Oh, I thought for a minute there you were going to say Marilyn Manson.
No. Really?
I'm just sorry.
Really?
Well, just like
Jesus.
90s.
Okay, I'm just going
90s,
through this. There's...
He was big in the 90s. You think maybe
He
Marilyn
still
Manson will make a cameo?
He deserves to be in it. He was amazing in Sons of Anarchy.
Man, I can't get into that. Okay, sorry. All right.
Anyways.
I think you know what? Now talking about maybe there could be a lot of like 90s like, cameos, maybe bands or actors or
That's a possibility.
Ooh, God, man.
It could be a huge
Smash Mouth could make a cameo?
No.
No. Ooh, God.
It's not happening.
Maybe boy bands like the Backstreet Boys or,
Probably
LFO?
in the music.
LFO?
Maybe in the music.
Maybe.
Maybe in the music
Girls
they'll have that.
Was it Girls on TV? Yeah.
You just calm your pants over there with the music. You'll get your musical episode.
I know.
Okay, we'll do an episode next month.
No, okay, but the thing is, that's what I'm saying is like if a lot of the like I know they were playing what was it Elastica's Connection, which is a
Yep.
great song, and then I think the second trailer they were playing what was it?
Didn't they have
Ready to Go?
Thunderstruck at one point?
No, but yeah, but that's early '90s. Well, I didn't hear. Maybe I didn't hear Thunderstruck. But I hope they play a lot of those like continuing like a lot of those bands from. Oh God, nostalgia. Imagine they play
I'm
like
rolling my eyes,
like was it
If you're
the
not
Cardigans?
Wait, stop. Hammer time.
Oh my God, if they play,
That'd be
Cat Touch-
hilarious.
Oh, and that's a possibility.
It is. So before we continue,
Yes,
ladies
go
and
ahead.
gentlemen, if you're listening to this through the audio-only podcast of the Feel Better Show, please know there is a video version on YouTube. Just search the Feel Better Show. You'll get both mine and Al's beautiful faces, plus whatever thing. I would ask you to go over to the Feel Better Show, like, subscribe. You don't have to hit the notification bell if you don't want to.
Please do though.
Yeah, if you do. I'm going to ask you also to make sure you leave a little review on iTunes if you're listening on iOS. If you're not, if there's a possibility of rating us, give us a nice 5-star review.
Or just
Or thumbs up. Share the episode with your friends and family if you enjoyed this. Tell them about how awesome you love this show. Because the more you tell them, the better it is for us. Don't worry, this is not the end of the episode. I'm just putting this in for sakes of sakes.
just a nice midway plug.
Yeah, midway plug. Our socials, obviously, you have Al on Movies MTL. That's his Twitter. He talks about movies and his thoughts there.
Well, I'm trying to. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been on the
Twitter's been a little hard. Twitter's been a little hard. Not gonna lie. But if you want more on Al, just go to his website www.djoverflow_MTL.
No, my website's djoverflowmtl.com.
Okay, I wasn't sure if there was the underscore.
No, I couldn't afford it.
Yeah, so it's djoverflowmtl.com. You can find all his socials, all his mixtapes.
Oh
there.
which we'll talk about later.
A little later. You can find us on all social media at Feel Better Show. Just search that on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. If you find the Facebook page, give us a like. Tell your friends. We do share content there on the daily. Now, going back to Captain Marvel.
Back to Captain Marvel.
Carol Danvers. She is the strongest superhero in the MCU.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Well, it looks like she'll be
At least
from what Kevin Feige says.
Yeah.
He alluded
Currently,
that
she is the strongest.
She's the strongest.
Now,
I guess we'll see how strong, depending with this movie, and how
I
she'll
don't-
be affected, and how she'll do everything. I guess we'll see how she does in Endgames.
Yeah.
But this would be the introduction to see how powerful she is.
I'm saying she doesn't start off. Here's the thing. I don't think she gets super powerful at the beginning of this movie.
No, I think it's just going to be more.
I think at the end of the movie, she becomes this like super powerful being, and then she leaves.
We see her like really flying into space.
But
know?
I'm like, is that near the third act? Is that the second act? Like, what's going on with that?
I guess we're gonna have to wait to find out.
That's what I want to know. Like, is this happening?
No, I
in
think
the third
everything
act?
is. I think because you see the poster right now with which she's wearing the
typical, the traditional Captain
red,
Marvel suit
blue, and gold
above my head. If
Yeah.
you're watching the video,
Because if you do see her wearing the Kree like
she's wearing the
uniform.
Kree uniform that I believe she had before,
Yeah.
because they're retconning her in the comics, changing it so it fits a bit more with the movie version, so that when kids go to read, they can read the quote unquote the proper version or the new version. I don't know. I'm interested
because that's gonna change. Like one way, like the green Kree is gonna change to the
current Captain
one.
Marvel one.
Yep. So
up over my head.
Yep. So we'll see how that transfer. I think when she gets to that particular uniform, the red, blue, and gold, that's when you'll see her just ripping
Kick
stuff
ass.
up. That's it.
I'm interested. I think she gets into a fight maybe with her crew.
Mm-hmm.
that she walks out
I know
on.
you see a training montage or a bit of a training montage in the trailer with the Jude Law's
Law.
character.
This is what I think. I think she thinks Jude Law is dead, and Jude Law is the big baddie at the end, being revealed as being Marvel.
Oh, the typical
Yeah.
oh, I'm dead, but no, I'm coming back, and I'm the villain type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think what happens is, due to the end, and she finds out that these Kree, the Kree are actually bad and not good.
Mm-hmm.
She goes off to find herself.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she's not on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
She goes off to maybe right some wrongs that happened that we may get flashbacks of when she was working for the Kree.
Mm-hmm.
Help the Skrulls, maybe, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gets the beeper and she comes flying back, and I think she's the one that finds Tony Stark and Gamora. I think it's her.
I think there should be a like a Vegas kind of like odds maker.
Oh.
Just like who's gonna save
Vegas
Tony.
is already doing it.
Is it
me.
for sure? Okay.
I don't think so.
But there's so many possibilities. It could be Captain Marvel. A lot of people are alluding that it could be maybe Pepper.
Pepper Potts, maybe.
As Iron Man, but that's a little bit of a far fetched.
That's a bit far fetched. And then speaking of that, it's either she's the one who helps Tony Stark and Gamora, or Gamora and Tony Stark fix the ship and they fly home.
Mm-hmm.
But the scene where in the Avengers trailer, the one that just dropped a couple weeks ago, the Super Bowl, I think it was.
Yep.
Where you have Tony, not Tony, sorry, Cap, Black Widow. Is it Rhodes?
Yeah, you're talking about the one at night there.
Yeah, there's like 4 of them, and there's a big gap.
Yeah.
I think when they're walking out, she's landing.
Okay, that could be a possibility.
It's a possibility, and they just cut out the lights because, like, she's probably flaming on or some shit.
Mystery.
Yeah. Look, I don't know what's going on.
I actually like the fact that we're speculating on a lot of things, not just with Endgames, but with Captain Marvel. There's so many. I just want to see how she plays in the whole MCU.
Yeah.
Even moving forward after Endgame, so we'll see
because
how she looks like she's going to be the forefront of what's to come moving forward to the MCU.
I think it's going to be Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, and Black Panther. I think that those are going to be the core moving forward. Mm-hmm.
You think Spider-Man will still...
And Spider-Man,
well, the thing is, because...
on and off.
On and off. Because the thing is, that Spider-Man, because of that... I don't have that... that contract or agreement they had with Sony, because it's supposed to be this is supposed to be the last
apparently they re-upped.
movie.
Apparently they re-upped.
Really?
Yeah.
So there's a possibility that...
he's going to continue in the MCU.
Which it should.
Yeah. But here's another theory. This is a theory that I talked with Liana about. I think that Homecoming 2
or the what's Far From Home?
Far From Home. I think that takes place before Infinity War.
Well, that's what I said. I think.
No, you didn't.
I said it to somebody.
Didn't say it to me.
Well, I'm saying it to you now. But I'll agree with you nonetheless.
It's not
but no, that's what I'm. But that's what I wanted to ask too. Like, could it be that it's before?
So, we watched Infinity War last night, or 2 nights ago. I can't remember when. On Sunday
for like the millionth time.
Oh yeah. I think it was her 4th time and my 3rd or 4th time. Look, don't worry. It's going to be counting up. It just on Netflix. Not in real life. Not. Total.
I bought it online. People.
Of course you did.
Because I had to. Yeah. Like I should have bought the physical copy. Anyways, continue.
So we were watching, and when Spider-Man shows up, he's on a bus crossing the bridge. Mm-hmm. Now he jumps in, saves Tony Stark. Hold on, let me finish.
Go ahead. Okay.
Jesus, it's my show.
I know it is.
My name in the thing somewhere. I should have put the logo. Why didn't I put the logo on this? Hold on. No, I'm not going to do it now. No. So my thing is, they're on the bus. He saves Tony, and Tony's like, "Where were you?" And he's like, "I was on a field trip." And then he gets like thrown by the giant.
Yeah, I think you broke the bank on that one. I think you confirmed it, saying
Field trip.
The field
So
trip
here's
is-
the thing.
Okay.
I thought because he goes, we were on a field trip coming from or something like that, and then he gets thrown. So you kind of somewhat hear words, and I was like, okay, what is it? So I went on the internet as I do, and I searched for the Infinity War script,
Mm-hmm.
and I found that scene.
Okay, there's an actual script.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
find it. It's crazy.
Oh shit. Okay, I gotta do that.
Apparently, he says, field trip from Museum of Fine Arts or MoMA.
Okay.
MoMA. Sorry, not Momo.
Mhm.
Momo is something that's a fake challenge. It's not real
I don't
people.
get it, but anyways,
It's fake.
Let's
Doesn't
move on.
matter. Fake news. But yeah, so he says he's on a field trip from Momo or
Mhm.
MoMA. So the Museum of Fine Arts or Modern Arts, sorry, the Museum of Modern Arts.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where he was coming from. Now I don't know if they didn't know what was going on with Spider-Man
Mm-hmm.
and Spider-Man 2 Far From Home, so they don't know, or they did know and they're like, this is a red herring or something
Mm-hmm.
to throw people off.
I think it's probably something that is more of like a throw off. But the thing is, it does make sense if it's before
Yeah,
Infinity War. It's only because of the fact that
you have one. You have Nick Fury.
Yeah, Nick Fury. Like we ultimately just think that Spider-Man's coming back, but how or like
Mhm.
in some capacity, and I think it's just more feasible to have that story arc for Peter to be before the events of Infinity War.
I think it's wise
Mm-hmm.
that it's before the events of Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it's less explaining, and a lot of things to tell us when it takes place is taken out of the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see Peter's date of birth on the passport.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see the issuing date either.
Mm-hmm.
On his ticket, you don't see the date on the ticket,
Mm-hmm.
so you can't tell when it's being placed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is this they purposely removed it, or they purposely didn't put it in? I don't know.
It could be like just a misleading thing,
Yeah.
especially for the commercials. I mean,
Yeah.
for the trailer. Sorry,
For the
So-
trailers. So like there's a lot of things we don't know. And the simple fact that it's coming after it's coming out after, right?
Yeah, it's coming out July.
Yeah. So no one knows when this movie takes place. So because of the placement, maybe people are like, "Oh, so it takes place after Endgame."
Yeah.
But it could easily take place
I think
before.
personally, if I was a betting man, it's probably before.
Okay.
Just because it kind of makes sense now that you brought this new light to it that I didn't know. Thank you for the info.
You're welcome.
I think it. Yeah, I could see like them like they're coming from a field trip. I think now that's probably good kind of like interlude to know that this is gonna take the events of what's going on with Mysterio. That it's like before. So look, it'd be and maybe like so it kind of is like a less of a headache to realize like how Spider-Man comes back. If let's say maybe by chance like Spider-Man doesn't come back after Endgame.
Who knows? Maybe they can go with Miles Morales.
The Miles Morales from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Or a different one. There's multiple Miles Morales.
Yeah,
But yes, let's get back to Captain Marvel.
Mhm.
You okay over there?
I'm surviving.
Okay. I truly think this is going to be an amazing movie.
I think it will be. I think people should go to see this movie if you've been committing to watching all the MC movies for the past 10 years plus at this point. You should. This movie, I believe, will not disappoint from the trailer to see the reaction. Like whatever political stance Brie Larson has or whatever, that shouldn't be into play.
No, it
You
should.
know, I think if you're a true geek nerd, lovers of comic books and comic book movies, this is a movie you have to watch.
Oh yeah,
So,
no, it's 100%
yeah.
a great.
Plus, I also
movie.
want to know like how we know Nick Fury.
Nick Flurry. No, that is
Nick Fury. Eh?
Nick Flurry is a flavor at Dairy Queen. They're just bringing it in. If you don't know, go to
But-
dairyqueen.com to find out all about the Nick Flurry.
Yeah, the Nick Fury. Eh?
I wouldn't be
That's
surprised.
a plug right there.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Fury on the other hand, I want to know how he loses his eye or gets
I
as it
think
leads-
this movie will tell because
Yeah.
Ben Mendelsohn. What I like about it is you haven't seen much of Ben Mendelsohn's character.
Mhm.
You may see him as a Skrull. I think you see 1 or 2 shots of him in the trailer,
Mhm.
and I think it's Ben Mendelsohn that takes his eye.
Damn it.
That's what I think.
It could be.
Because he says he trusted someone, and that's how he lost his eye.
Yeah.
And since Ben Mendelsohn is playing apparently the head of S.H.I.E.L.D.,
Bastard.
or someone high up in S.H.I.E.L.D., I don't know.
Mhm.
That's what I think.
Okay.
Anticipation level, 1 out of 10.
My anticipation it's 8.
It's an 8?
Yeah, it's an 8.
I'd
You?
say 8.5.
Okay, so you.
Because I'm really excited to see this movie. I'm
yeah.
excited to see Phil Coulson back in the
Mhm.
MCU. Been following him on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I
Look,
think
and I really like Brie Larson as an actress. I
She's
think
amazing.
I think she'll do great in this movie. I think she's.
Do we know how many movies she's been contracted for?
Oh, I don't know.
Hold on, let me see.
Well,
if-
we know she'll be in 2 thus far. I believe maybe with the success of this one, there'll probably be a sequel.
There's obviously already in the works.
Yeah.
Brie Larson Marvel contract. There we go.
Got it.
Damn.
What?
Brie Larson's MCU deal may include a $5 million payday for Captain Marvel. Brie Larson has taken to Twitter to dispute THR's report that she's signed a 7-film deal with Marvel. She didn't clarify exactly how many films she signed up for, but it appears 7 is incorrect. It is also unclear if TH reporting regarding her Captain Marvel salary is still correct, so read our original story below. All right, so it could be 7, it could be 10. Who knows? She did take to Twitter to dispute the
I will
7
say
movies.
this: we most likely will see her in 3 movies. I would
She'll
say
definitely
we're giving
have-
to 2.
She'll definitely have, I think she'll have, like, all the superheroes get her own 3 movies.
Yeah.
Because so far you have Captain America, who has 3.
Mhm.
You have Iron Man, who has had 3.
Mhm.
You have Thor, who has had 3.
Mhm.
Right now, they're the original 3 that got their 3 movies.
Mhm.
We know there's a second Doctor Strange on the way.
Mhm.
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Um,
There's
there's another Black Panther in the works.
Yeah, of course.
So you
You
know-
can't.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah.
And
Like, if he got
Killmonger's apparently
yeah.
coming back.
We'll
I don't
see.
mind.
I don't
We'll see.
mind, but I don't know how. Like,
Yeah.
We'll see how that plays
But
out.
guaranteed, Strange is going to have a 3rd one.
Mm.
Black Panther is definitely going to have a 3rd one.
Mhm.
Ant-Man's going to get a 3rd one.
You think?
I think so.
Okay.
Guardians are doing. They just announced that Guardians. Kevin Feige did say that they're using the James Gunn script.
Okay, we'll see. I don't
No, they said they're using his
I know,
script.
but then it was like, who will they have
Directed?
direct?
Don't know.
It's not Taika Waititi, I'll tell you that.
No, he's.
But
the-
I heard rumors that
Ooh.
there is a possibility of another Thor movie with Taika Waititi.
that I haven't heard.
I heard rumbles, but
Rumbles,
but,
okay.
But the thing is it's not confirmed or denied. But Taika Waititi has because I don't you know how he is, right?
Mhm.
He says he has interest to maybe do another Marvel movie, and even Chris Hemsworth says if everything is like of course his contract is up too.
I think all the original.
Yeah, but with Hemsworth, he says, look, if the script is good, and of course if he gets paid very well,
Oh yeah, he's
he
give him a
said
bit
he's-
of the back end and
Yeah.
guaranteed he'll sign.
But I think in one way or the other he wants to work with Taika Waititi,
Yeah.
if it's not with the MCU in another project. So
That-
hey,
hey, I'm okay with that.
yeah,
Yeah, no, she's definitely at least signed a 4th picture deal for Endgame, Captain Marvel 1 and 2 and 3. That's the 4 movies minimum 4 movie deal. I think she has. She may have a 6, 7, 8 picture deal. Don't know.
maybe she'll cameo in maybe a few
I think-
of the
I
MCU
think-
movies.
I think she's signed at least a 4 picture deal. So like 4 movies. And maybe like 3 cameos in other movies. That could be it.
So that's
Sim-
where the, so
somewhat
that's where
sim-
the 7 comes in.
I think that's the 7 picture deal, but I think they're just getting it wrong. It's not 7 full movies. It's 4 full movies and like three cameos.
Like sprinkled in some cameos.
Yeah, just
gotcha.
like what Nick Fury, Sam Jackson has.
Mm-hmm.
I think he signed like a 10 picture deal or something.
Hey, like Sam is just down to do whatever.
Oh yeah,
you know,
it's great.
You know, just to cement his legacy.
Look, his legacy is so cemented now. He's building 3 statues on himself, on top of another statue that it's already been cemented of.
I love me some Samuel Jackson.
Any movie he's in, I go see. I love him. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think will happen.
Yeah.
Did we actually? Yeah, we kind of did. Apparently there's 2 post-credit scenes.
Oh, I don't know.
Hold on.
I didn't hear about that. I know, of course, there's got to be a post-credit.
There's at least one.
Of course, there's one.
Captain Marvel.
If it's like 5, like the second Guardians of the Galaxy, that would be great. But I highly doubt it.
I know there's at least Captain Marvel post-credit scene. Captain Marvel features 2 post-credit scenes.
Okay.
That's I don't want to even read the article. So I think one will tease Endgame. Obviously, they have to because it's coming right afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe
I'll tease the like her involvement with Guardians. Maybe by chance it'll be like she'll be on the other end of the pager, and when she gets the
look, it could be one of 2 things. It can tease Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
They may even tease Spider-Man: Homecoming. I don't think so.
No, why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Captain Marvel and Spider-Man don't necessarily have a kind
But
of connection.
if you look at it, which movie? It was Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Mm-hmm.
The scene.
Oh, in the first one, right?
The first one. Sorry, Ant-Man, not Ant-Man.
Yeah, but
and
the
the
thing
Wasp.
is like
They teased Civil War.
Yeah, because we knew that he was gonna be in it. So I don't know. We'll see.
Who knows?
We'll find out when we watch it afterwards. So.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So we're finishing up here, ladies and gentlemen. Please let us know. Tweet at us. Let us know what you think will happen in the movie. Let us know what you think of our thoughts about what's going to happen in the movie. Let us know what you think of the movie when you see it.
For sure.
Email us.
For sure, we'll talk about it in our next episode. So
the next episode, you're going to get a bonus episode, a reaction to the movie. Email us at philbettershow@gmail.com. Tweet at us at philbettershow.com. You can see the right down below there. You can also, over on Al, go on Al on Movies MTL. You can tweet at him.
Mm-hmm.
Al, your alter ego.
Yeah, my alter
has
ego
something to talk about.
I just put out a mixtape on Mixcloud.
Boom! Look at that beautiful mixtape cover.
Yeah, I just pushed that all together in like a mere minutes. But I have a Mixcloud. Like all my mixtapes there is on the website www.mixcloud.com/DJOverflow_MTL. You can also find the link on my website at www.djoverflowmtl.com. But yeah, take
also,
a listen.
the link will be in the show notes, so you can click on that.
That'd be sweet. Thank you. And yeah, it's all just like urban hip hop music, mashups, and just like some. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big Post Malone fan, but Post Malone is featured in this mixtape.
Okay.
I have to plug just to for the kids.
Yeah. I haven't had a chance to listen to it, but I did listen to your last mixtape, and it was fire.
I think this one. I think this is one of the better ones I find. Just because I put a lot of time
soul
in terms
into
of well, I wouldn't say so, but a lot of time of what I want to play in this mixtape, and it's been a long time coming for me to actually put out a mixtape. So I'm happy to put this one out. It's mixtape 7, so I'm planning to post more. So just stay tuned.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am Phil Better. He is Al on Movies, a.k.a. Al, my heterosexual life mate.
Can't we just be like bros? Like bromance? Like,
heterosexual is fine.
Well, I know we do touch each other. It's just,
in the hearts.
Yeah.
In the hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you again for liking, subscribing, sharing with your friends, and generally just listen to 2 crazy people talk about their loves of movies.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty much sane.
One crazy person and one person who thinks he's sane talk about movies.
Yeah.
I love your faces. Thank you again. And ladies and gentlemen, have a great day.
Great day.
You're listening to a Pave Media show.
Visit pavemedia.net for more podcast and video entertainment.